Okay, today we are going to talk about observation phase in design thinking. So, um, the plan of our lecture, observation phase, em- emphatic design, tips for observing. So, in this phase, the focus is on the potential customer. In order to gain a comprehensive understanding of the person of a customer, a real target group should be selected. Essentially, one should concentrate on customers or users who have the same needs or problems and are looking for appropriate solutions. Christensen speaks here of the so-called jobs to be done concept. If the solution to the problem is based on the radical innovation, it's also helpful not to concentrate on the average customer, but first to look for progressive customer, the so-called innovators or early adopters. They have a concentrated awareness of the problem and are actively or urgently looking for a solution. They will therefore probably be very willing to provide qualified customer feedback. Also search for extreme users who use products in very specific situations, or search for so-called lead users who have already developed their own solutions for the problem. The methods, persona, and empathy maps are also helpful here. After selecting the right target group, it's advisable to first put yourself in the role of target customer in the next step against the background of your own experiences and views. What are your own experiences if you put yourself in the role of the customer? What would you as a customer do, want, wish, expect, be able to do, and etc.? How could the customer be? Appearance, age, gender, special behavioral characteristics, and etc. Next, various methods can be used to directly or indirectly obtain information from the customer about himself or his behavior and emotions. Analysis of secondary data, written surveys, interviews, observing future users and taking photographs or even shooting videos. Secondary data about the customer can be very diverse. Search online and offline for studies, news articles, newspaper reports about your target group and collect statements in social networks. Contact date or other relevant information. Search for blogs from or about your target customer. Also, use internal knowledge sources from marketing, sales, and in particular from customer service. Observation, the easiest and possibly the most fruitful of all design research methods is simply observing what people are doing in the consequent manner. Designers can covertly watch or interact with people or talk along with subjects to ask them questions about how and why they are doing what they are doing. What is field of observation? It is structured approach to observing people in their natural environment rather than in a formal research setting. It's to uncover user insights and fresh perspective of people and behavior. Methods to conduct observation, shadowing, fly on the wall, site visits, and body storming. Fly on the wall, go to a location and unobs- unobtrusively observe what goes on there. For instance, a designer could go to a mall and watch how people shop. Shadowing, follow subjects as they go about their routines. This technique usually requires permission as the designer is following the subject throughout the day, recording what is done and said. Contextual inquiry, a variation of on shadowing. Contextual inquiry involves going to a subject's location, and asking questions about their behavior, such as why are you doing that? Could you describe that to me? Undercover agent: observe people by interacting with them covertly, posing as someone normal in the environment. A designer who wants to know about a service can pretend to be a customer and use the service. What is deep user interview? Deep user interview is an art of conversation to elicit stories and to uncover deep users' insights and needs, both latent and unmet needs, through understanding of the users' behaviors and feelings, goals, motivations, aspirations, values, beliefs, pains, and the challenges. When to use deep user interview? A deep user interview is conducted when we want to understand beliefs, values, challenges, concerns, frustrations, motivations, and behaviors, and uncover user insights, latent needs, and the unmet needs of users by listening to their stories and experiences. A proper conduct of deep user interview is also important for theme clustering, insight development, need findings, and persona development. Need findings and persona development depend on the quality of interviews that we conduct. Pre-interview preparation: being prepared with right questions and other interview tools and techniques are key to successful conduct of a deep user interview. Prepare your deep user interview by carrying out following activities. Prepare interview questions. Be prepared with the right questions to explore the deep user needs with use of both type A closed-ended and type B open-ended probing questions. Use empathy map and journey map to generate right questions as shown in the annex. Use the empathy map help to generate questions related to think, feel, see, say, do, hear, pain, and gain. Here are some methods for talking for users. Directed storytelling: ask subjects to tell stories about specific times they performed an action for interacted with a product or service. Moment to ask about as the first time they performed an action or used a product. Unfocused group: a method from design firm idea. This approach turns the traditional focus group on its head. Instead of assembling a group of users in a room to talk about a subject or product, this method suggests assembling a group of experts in the field, hobbyists, artists, and others to explore the subject of products from different viewpoints. Role playing: with a willing group or individual role playing different scenarios can draw out emotions and attitudes about a subject, product, or a service in ways that can be very fresh. Extreme user interview: another method of idea. In this approach, the designers interview people on outer edge of subject matter. For example, a designer working on a interactive TV project might interview a subject who doesn't own a TV, and desk, purse, briefcase, tour. Ask subjects to give a tour of their desks or the content of their purses or briefcases. How people use their desks and what they carry with them can reveal a lot about their personalities and work habits. Are they messy or neat, organized or disorganized? Do they have special system for working? Are they family pictures? So there are self questions, self check questions for you, um, and references which we use make to make today's lecture slide. So thank you for your attention. Goodbye.